Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping Real Finance, a channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Well, today's video is your weekly update on JASMY. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at some posts from Hero. We got another exchange listing. The scammers are coming out. We're going to be taking a look at the chart, seeing why it's selling. I think I got a big insight there that'll make a lot of sense for you all. We're going to be just taking a look at CoinMarketCap as well as Etherscan. So I'm trying to cover all the bases here in this post. Hopefully we get everything short, sweet, to the point for your Friday update. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get to going. All right, so we're going to kick off today's weekly update on JASMY with a couple posts that are on Hero's Twitter page. The first here, we had yet another exchange listing. This time it is BitForex launching JASMY coin. That was on April 2nd. To then tag on to that, if we scroll up a little bit, we had a promotional event that went with it. So it says JASMY listing event. Deposit within 24 hours to share 100,000 JASMY prize pool. These are the kinds of things that I had tweeted about earlier in the week that I wish they would do a couple of these in the US. They really haven't done any of these yet where US buyers can access them. But regardless, still bullish nonetheless. And we got a tag on here with it, 50 weeks IR. He always does this on the promotional events. So that's bullish. Now, outside of that, he's also had a couple of posts this past week, specifically about scammers. And I think what he's trying to highlight here is that as JASMY becomes more and more popular, as more people are aware of it, as more money goes into the project, more opportunity for scammers to come out of the woodwork. In this case, this profile here that says JASMY Foundation, you can kind of tell it's a scammer because just below that, they didn't spell foundation correctly. So JASMY Foundation. And Hera notes, this account is a scam. So in this one, it was trying to direct you to PancakeSwap. I think I'd read another post where it was directing you to Telegram. So just be mindful of that if you're getting into JASMY right now, that the scammers are starting to come out, all right? Now, outside of that, we had this post here that happened just today. Binance concludes the following two promotions. The JASMY Trading Tournament, that just concluded, all right? So with that, the announcement here from Binance, so it says, for token voucher rewards, JASMY Trading Tournament users will be able to log in and redeem their vouchers via Account Reward Center. The validity period for the token vouchers is set at 14 days from the day of distribution. The NFT rewards from JASMY Trading Tournament have been distributed to winners' Trust Wallet BSC addresses. NFT rewards will not be reissued if users are not using a BSC address. So what they're saying there is if you gave them the wrong address and they just sent it into cyberspace, then that one's gone. So that didn't go anywhere, right? But anyway, they did finish up that trading tournament. Pretty awesome. I wish they would get some of these in the US. For those of us with Binance.us, it doesn't offer any of these things like this. So we really have a limited view. So I'm kind of relying on you guys that, are around the planet, Europe, etc., that, get this full access. All right. Now, going over to TradingView. So this is something y'all are probably wondering about is what's going on with the current chart, right? I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, the coin's selling and what's going on and why is it unloading and whatever. Well, if you look with the Fibonacci on here, this is something I marked, a good week ago. And the main point I want to make here is just keep an eye on this bottom trend line. That's the one that's important, all right? Outside of that, we've got a support level right about here at 0.025 cents. There's a resistance right here at about 0.03. Right now, it looks kind of like we may test this bottom support level yet again. To be determined on that. We have had some selling here in the chart, but nothing really, crazy, all right? Now, if we go out of that and we look at everything else to see what's happening here, regarding the market cipher, it's kind of about the same, a little bit of selling maybe you can see here with this red outflow dipping a little bit. And then if you look at the RSI, we've been in an oversold territory for a little while now. But why are we oversold, right? People always kind of go, oh, it's just JASMY doing this, just JASMY doing this. Well, I want to show you something that not everybody's aware of and tell you kind of why it's doing what it's doing, right? So if we go now to coin market cap, this is the JASMY page right here. First of all, circulating supply is still set at 10%. I don't think that's accurate. Market cap 131 million. I think it's probably a lot higher than that. So wouldn't follow that too closely. But what I do want to show you here is if you're looking at the JASMY chart, look what happens if we click this little button here for Bitcoin. So this is when we're comparing it to Bitcoin. Well, look at that. JASMY is almost entirely in line with Bitcoin, okay? And you can see the Bitcoin price is the yellow one, JASMY is red, and you can kind of see how it's performing in comparison. Well, look at that. It's actually performing better than Bitcoin. But overall, I mean, this chart basically shows you it's right in line. So anybody who thinks, oh yeah, it's just tanking, you know, this coin's a scam or it's not any good anymore, like this post right here from Toxic Otter, great name by the way. So it says, here comes the it's a scam people, lol. Awesome, right? Well, if you look at this, clearly it's not a scam, and clearly it's just lined up with the way Bitcoin is trading, all right? That's important. Now, outside of that, I always like to check on those HODLER wallets here. Obviously, we had a big run up. It's leveled off a little bit. We're currently sitting at 23,497. All good on that front. Now, lastly, I wanted to show you in regards to Etherscan. I always like to check these 500 million token wallets because for a while there when we were dropping substantially over the last couple of months, it's because these were selling. As of right now, we have 22 of them. They're not selling at all. So nothing really to be concerned there. I think simply the latest dip in the JASMY chart is all due to Bitcoin and the overall market as a whole. So not really too concerned. Could it dip even further? Yes. You know, I was kind of thinking earlier that the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin itself right now, for any of you who have seen the movie American Beauty, there's this scene in it where the guy has, you know, this like beautiful moment while he's watching a plastic bag blow around a empty parking lot. You know, it just kind of blows in the wind. And I think that's sort of what's been happening with Bitcoin. There's just not enough volume to push it one way or another, whether up or down. And so it kind of goes up, it kind of goes down, kind of goes up, kind of goes down, just no volume behind it at all. And that's why the rest of the market is just sort of farting along with it. So I'm not really concerned about anything with JASMY in particular here. Again, just keep an eye on that bottom trend line, this diagonal one here that I was showing you earlier. That's really the important one that we're looking at. So if we end up dipping below this level at 0.25 and we hit this bottom trend line, do we then bounce off of it? I would expect that we would, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. All right. In terms of our EMAs, you know, they're still technically bearish for where they're at right now. So we would like a turnaround there. But again, all of this, what weighs in here, market forces, global markets, all of that actually really matters. And that was the point of showing you the comparison with Bitcoin. So the bottom line is that's everything that we got this week. So I still think that that listing was bullish. Obviously, we had an end to the Binance trading competition. But that means that new promotions could be right around the corner. And hopefully a few of those come to the US at some point. That'd be awesome because I know we got a pretty big market over here. All right. So that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video with some final thoughts here in a couple minutes. Here at the Keeping It Real Finance channel, we need your support. All of the content on this channel is entirely organic, meaning we did the video on a topic that we simply like, or we did it because of a request from one of you, our viewers. So that being said, if you enjoyed today's video and would like to support the channel, there are multiple ways you can do that to help us to continue to create and level up our content. Our affiliate links will be available in the video description to cover platforms we endorse and use ourselves. Support the channel today and earn sign-up bonuses along the way. We also have a merch shop available with links below the video or directly by visiting kirfinance.myspreadshop.com, where we offer tons of great designs and product options. We've got everyone in the family covered. Help support us by picking up merch and sharing your photo on social media. We may even send you an NFT. Speaking of NFTs, at OpenSea.io we have our NFT series, The Liberty or Death Crossroads, available now. Pick one up today and enjoy special upcoming perks and exclusive content with our planned upcoming courses, Patreon, and Discord group. If you're a reader and simply looking to step up your game in personal finance, I also wrote a book in 2015 titled Driving Through Potholes: Financial Strategy and Life Lessons for Those Looking to Rediscover the American Dream. The book is available now at Amazon in Kindle and paperback. And lastly, if you'd simply like one-on-one consulting, feel free to reach out anytime at keepingitreal since1982@gmail.com. We greatly appreciate your support today, and now let's get back to the video. Alright, so for some final thoughts on this week's video, first of all, another exchange listing, definitely bullish, and the prize promotion with it, I think that's also bullish. Now, we did have a culmination of the Binance trading tournament that was going on there. So obviously that had to end at some point in time. That's now over. I'm sure we have more promotions around the horizon, right? Regarding the scammers, unfortunately, that's just sort of a reality here in the crypto space, that as projects become bigger, as more money goes into them, there's just scammers that come out of the woodwork on every angle possible. So looks like that's happening in JASMY. So if you're hunting for information out there, be very weary with some of these things like that pancake swap address thing. I'm not sure how exactly they were doing that one. As well as, anything directing you to Telegram, that's kind of sketchy. There's definitely some main players here in the JASMY space. A lot of us were on a call last Friday. We're going to be doing another one today, so keep an eye out for that on Twitter. Everybody kind of just, gives their 2 cents of what's happening right now and what's going on. So that's really important. Regarding Etherscan, we don't have any big, selling off, nothing like that right now. It's just simple overall market forces. And I think maybe the biggest thing that I want to drive home with this video in particular is market expectations. So I heard it on our call last week. Some people think that JASMY is just going to somehow double overnight, or double in the next 3 days, or your life's going to change at midnight. One of my roommates in college used to say that. He'd come out of his room at 11:55 and say, "My life is changing at midnight tonight." Okay, great. Did it ever change? Not so much, right? But anyway, that's kind of how it is with JASMY. So it's not going to change overnight. You got to have reasonable expectations. But at the same time, what you got to remember here is this team is proven. They've done it before. They've released numerous products. Many of us out there have already used their products. Even if I say them incorrectly, like I think I was saying vow, and it's Viao, I think is how you pronounce it. Anyway, whatever. Bottom line is they got products everywhere. They've proven they work. This is a team that you can trust. It's a legit project straight out of Japan. It's the big one right now, all right? So that being said, that is it for today's video. Like I said, short, sweet, to the point, and I'll be coming back next week with another update, all right? So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I am also on Twitter. You can find me at KIR Finance, where I am tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis. Check me out there. And lastly, for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back, tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.